Hi, I'm Alyssa, a lash stylist and makeup artist for Xtreme Lashes, and I'm here to demonstrate two looks for you, the classic and the lifted, using our GlideLiner long-lasting eye pencil. So the GlideLiner comes in 7 different shades. What's really great about it is that it's a gel formula and it glides on smooth. This product is completely lash extension compatible, and the best thing of all is once the color sets, it's on there for good. So today I'm going to be using the Xtreme Lashes GlideLiner in Black Pearl. Now before I start, I'm going to use my GlideLiner sharpener, just so I always create that really sharp defined tip for that look. So I'm going to begin at the center of my eye and work my way to the outside corner. And I'm going to use my pinky just to brace so I'm very steady while I'm applying this liner. If I float, I may get too jaggedy, and I don't want that. So I'm going to use my pinky. I'm going to start on the middle of my eye and gently work my way out. I'm using short movements, nothing too fast. Now just be sure, always stop with the outside corner of your eye. If I extended too far down, my eye would look very sad instead of nice and lifted. So now I'm going to finish my inside corner. I'm going to go back to that center and then gently go inwards, staying very close to my lash line. Now the reason why I started at the center and went inwards is because I tend, if I go in the very inner corner, it's way too heavy and I have a really thick line on that inside, and I want to make my eye look more almond as opposed to round. So that's why I like that really thin defined line in that inside corner. So I'm just going to look at both. See, I just need a little bit more out here. So I'm going to take it, thicken that line up a little bit, just to make it even. There we go, a little bit more. And that's what I like about this. You can really go in and fix it, and it goes on so smooth, so there's no skipping, no nothing. All right, so I finally got her even. Now I want to do my bottom lash line. So I'm really fair, and I don't have a very thick lash line. I like to use our angled brush just because it allows me to build that product. I can go as light or as dark as I want to. Now this is more of a day look, so I don't want it to be too heavy. So I'm going to take this angled brush, I'm just going to swipe it along the tip, get some product on there. Now again, using my pinky, I'm just going to brace and go along that lash line, gently as possible. Get a little bit more product. Now, if you want to use this angled brush for the top line as well, that's okay. Sometimes, I feel that I get a little bit more control with the brush, but it really is up to the person doing it. It's really your own preference. I'm gonna go in and darken that up. Now one thing, as you can see on this completed eye, is I don't go all the way into the inner corner. Just like the upper, if it's too thick, again, it makes my eye look very small and very round. So go in just one more time, thicken that up. And it really gives you a nice diffused look. I don't like anything too sharp on my bottom. I like it to be very soft. So now that I've completed both eyes, I want to check this inner corner here. I want to make sure that I did extend it enough. Get right down to that lash line. Okay. So now that I see that it is complete, I can move on, but if you do mess up, you can use a lint-free applicator and some eye makeup remover, and just go ahead and clean up any lines that you need to. It's really great to remove anything. It moves it very fast, but always remember to dry before you continue on with your makeup. If your eyelid is damp or out here on the side and you put on any sort of concealer or powder, it may look very cakey. So you don't want that. So this classic look, it is great for day or night, super fast, super easy to do. Alright, so let's take this classic look and amp it up a little bit by thickening the line and actually giving it a wing so we can get a really nice lifted look, something a little bit more dramatic for night. So the first thing I want to do is I've already created a winged look here. Now I know for some people it's hard to create a lift or bring a wing out and actually have it even on both sides. So I'm going to teach everyone a few tricks to really create that nice smooth transition. Now some people want to grab their lid, stretch it out, and then apply their liner. Now unfortunately what that does is that it just moves the eye, so when you release the skin, your line is in a completely different spot, so you can end up a little bit more uneven. So when we're doing this look, I'm going to look back here a few times and just make sure that both my lines are at the same height. So now I'm going to come in and I'm going to use my bottom lid as actually a guide to know where to start that winged look. So I'm going to follow my lower lid all the way up, and then I'm going to draw my marker wing. So as you can see, this is actually giving me a lift. It's not straight out and it's not coming down. So always use that bottom lid. So it's really up to you on how long you want it to be. Some people want it very small. I like mine to be a little bit more dramatic, just because my eyes are kind of downward, and this really gives me a nice lift. So now that I've created my line, I'm just going to go back to the center, and I'm just going to gently come over a little bit and trace out the wing. So you can see that it's even on both sides, but this is more of an outline. So now I can just go fill that in. And again, this is super easy. Now, if you have a hard time creating the wing, if you can't get it as thin as you want it, go ahead and use that angled brush, and you can just go ahead and either apply it directly with the glide liner, or you can use it just to define it a little bit more to create that sharp line. If you don't have an angled brush, you can always sharpen your glide liner, then wipe it on its side, just on a clean paper towel, just so it comes to a very, very fine point, and that'll help define that area. So now let's work on the inner corners. I still want to keep it very thin to create that cat eye look, but instead of stomping it, I'm actually going to bring it in right to my inner corner. So just very lightly go in and draw that. So it's still about the same thickness. I'm going to bring it a little bit more here. Yes, and just bring it all the way in. Now if you stop it too early and keep a lot of, whether it's light eyeshadow or even a lighter eyeliner in there, it can create a very bright look. But to create more of a cat eye, bringing it in very, very thin really elongates your eye for you. So let's move down to the lower lash line. I already have it filled in, but just for this dramatic look, I'm going to outline it directly with the glide liner. Extend it out a little bit. Just matching it up, because that's the key to a good line, a good lifted look, is that you want to connect the top and bottom. I'm going to fill it in just a little bit more. And there you have it, your complete winged look. I've got a great lift for the evening time, and it's such a quick transition from your classic look to an evening look. Very easy to do, and I've taught you those great tricks. So always follow that bottom line. You can get a consistent lift for both eyes every single time. So thanks for watching the video. If you have any more questions about Xtreme Lashes Glide Liner, please do not hesitate to contact us.